Hi everyone, Linda here again with you from Gunlock Lane Jewellery. Welcome back to my channel. In this quick tutorial this week, I'm going to be showing you how to make this super easy. Give you a close-up. Super easy little bail that you can use in almost any necklace design. I can't think of one that you couldn't use it in, but I'm just saying almost just to be on the safe side. This is a really versatile little component. You can add it to pendants, stringing projects, chains, leather, even adapt it into earrings or a bracelet. So let's jump straight in. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate this one on 20 gauge wire so that you can see the difference between the ones that I've already done in the 18 gauge and what a 20 gauge looks like. And I'm also going to use a smaller barrel. It's just to give it a more delicate, a finer look for, more delicate, finer necklace. On the 18 gauge wire, I used that mandrel there. Okay, so we're just going to grab the end of our wire there so you can't feel it. And grab it, get a better hold on my pliers here. Let out a bit more wire. Now, how many times you wrap is up to you, like how many coils you have. I'm going to do, I don't know, I'm just going to go until I think I like the look of it. And that might do. How many have I got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I ended up with the same amount as I had on the 18 gauge anyway. That just must be my muscle memory thing. Push that one in a little bit. Okay, I wrapped that the wrong way. So I'm going to turn it over. I wanted this wire on top, so you needed to start wrapping from the bottom. Okay, so I've got that on top there now. So what I'm going to do is just grab hold of it. And I'm just trying to figure out which way is the best way to show you how to do this. Where am I coming from? Over the top. All right. Over the top. I'm going to take it off actually. I'm going to turn my work over. And I'm going to grab, I'm just trying to think here. I'm trying to work out the easiest way to show you this, how to hold it. Because what I do off camera and what I do on camera, it's two different angles. So I'm going to grab it like that. So if you can see that there like that. And I'm going to bring this white up and around that mandrel. Yes, I've got that going. Now let me think, I'm going to do the other side. So I guess this is what you call on the fly, trying to figure this out. And then I'm going to pop that inside there. And I'm going to wrap on this side here now. So just be careful not to squash your little hangy part there. Hopefully I wasn't totally off camera then. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And one more time around to the back. Okay, and take that off. I'm going to cut fairly evenly where I've got the other side there. I might even cut down lower than that in a minute when I take a look at it. Okay, just a little bit of fixing up here to do. Squish those in together. Straighten that up. bring them back into a line. Not 100% happy with the shape of that there, so I'm going to pull that out and then push it back in again and get it a little bit more even. And then just lining them up again. It's actually a little bit harder to do on a 20 gauge for some reason. Or maybe it's just because I'm on camera, who knows. Okay, and then you would just shape it upwards, like pushing it in towards each other, like that, just to give it that little bit of a curve so that it sits nicely on the wire or the chain. And yes, I would cut these ends here because I don't like that you can see them. And that one's in a good place there, so I'm happy with that one. And I'm just pushing this in a little bit there and push that back in as well. There we go. That's better. So it's still not 100% right there. Goodness. I have to get my round nose pliers for that. Okay, that looks better. So that's our little little bail there. There it is again in the 18 gauge, so you can see the difference on both of these pendants. So for a finer one, this one looks a little bit chunkier. Again, even though it's on 18 gauge, it just to me looks chunkier. And I think it's probably because it's a little bit more open, and these look a little bit more open. I don't know. But yeah, that's our bail. So please let me know in the comments down below what you think of this bail. I love it. I think it's as I said, you could just use it in so many pieces. Your stringing, your wire wrapping, you know, whatever you can use this in. Yeah, so I'll be back shortly. Okay, back with you. So I just wanted to give you a look at what it would look like if you were going to use this bail to string some beading wire through. So I've just done a little bit on one side here. These beads here, obviously not the colour. These are African turquoise. I would try and get something in that colour range there, but they were the only ones I had in that shape and that size that I wanted. So yeah, I wouldn't probably string this much further than this. This is it would make the size I'm going for, 18-inch necklace. So I would probably finish that off there and either just put some chains, some leather, some sari silk, some ribbon, you know, whatever you decide to come up with. But so that's just an idea of what this bail looks like. And as you can see, you can't see the wire through the middle. I mean you can see it, but you've got to look really closely to see it. So it's a lovely little bail to use in a stringing project as well. So when I come back, I will have this threaded onto a chain so you can see what that looks like, and we'll go from there. Okay, and so this is what it looks like threaded onto a chain. It's quite a big hole, so you could fit a thicker chain through than it. This is just one I just had on hand, so I just popped that one through to give you an idea of what that looks like. Untwist that. There we go. Of what it looks like on a chain as well. I think it's a lovely little bail, and I'm sure you will use it for a lot of you know, in a lot of your pieces. I also want to show you, take that off here, this heart that I did a tutorial on a week or so ago. I can't remember exactly when it was now. The days are just all running into one for me. When I was demonstrating it, I mentioned that I was leaving a gap there, and I forgot to show in the tutorial why I left that there. It's so that your chain can move when you attach a chain to it, so that you could have your pendant hanging either in that direction, or you could bring your loop thing here, if I can get it to come around, and you could have it hanging off at an angle like that, so a lopsided chain look. That was the reason for that. And this is the chain that I made to go with this pendant as well, so I'll just lay that out there so you can see. Now, if you didn't see the tutorial for this pendant, I will leave a link up the top, and I'll leave one down below for that as well. So yeah, I just wanted to show that because I totally forgot. It just slipped my mind. Okay, I'll be back shortly. Okay, my lovelies, that's how you make a quick and easy wire bail. As you've seen, you can use it in so many ways on pendants, strung designs, chains, and even adapt it into other jewellery pieces. It's such a handy little component to have in your toolkit. If you enjoyed this tutorial or found it helpful, don't forget to leave a comment, and I'd love to know how you would use this bail in your own designs. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll leave a link down the bottom for my private Facebook group if you'd like to join. It's free to do so. Also a link to my Patreon down the bottom, where I show different things that I don't show here on YouTube. What else do I want to say? I think that's about it. So I'll see you all in the next tutorial. Stay safe, have a great week, and go out there and make something beautiful. Make sure you're having fun while you're doing it. Bye, guys.